Welcome to another episode of A Higher Perspective, the podcast, with your host, Charlie and Eric. Let's get ready to perspectivize. Ugh. That was for you, Eric. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back. Eric is not with us today. I could say something foul and crude, as I always have, but I'll just stick with he's a good dad and he has dad shit to do. So we're just going to jump on in. I have a guest with me today, Sydney Tucker.
Hello.
Upcoming amazing tattoo artist. We're going to have a little interview here and have some fun.
Oh, yeah.
So before we jump in, I'm going to throw out a +1 real quick. As you know, from seeing the show, we go into what we're smoking, and then we lift off in this Zeppelin-sized blunt, and then have a good time.
I'm ready.
Okay. What we got going today is Stellar Berry. It is from House Party Cannabis Company and is 31.83%. It is an indica. So I'm not going to put up a picture of a couch because I'd be in it passed out. So here we go. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
This is awesome. I got so many questions. I think it's so awesome. First, I want to jump right in with what made you decide to get into the sport of tattooing.
Yeah, so I actually was working at a coffee shop right out of high school, and I didn't really have many plans. Didn't know what I wanted to do, and me and my friends, when we were working at the coffee shop, there was a tattoo shop right up the street, and we would just go and get tattoos after we'd get off at noon and stuff. And my old tattoo lady actually inspired me to go to cosmetic tattoo school, and things kind of just took off from there.
Really? Cosmetic?
Yeah, I got into cosmetic tattooing. I went to school in Portland for that, and it was really fun. And it kind of opened up the world into just tattooing in general. The shop that I worked at, there was another lady that did tattooing as well, so it kind of just made me get into it more than just cosmetic tattooing.
That's awesome. Were you nervous about making a jump from cosmetic to you have my art on your body?
Yeah, it was definitely a little nerve-wracking just because there is so much worry about like screwing up, and
Yeah.
it's on people forever. Like people always ask me, like when I first started, they're like, "Did you ever, fuck up?" And I'm like, "It was my friends, so I can make up for it, I didn't." Or you don't charge people, usually if you don't charge people for something when you first start, they're not too mad. They're like, it was free, so it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? People are mad if they have to pay for stuff, but if it's free, they're like, it's okay, it can be bad.
Yeah.
But luckily, I didn't really mess up too badly. Nothing that I couldn't fix now,
Yeah. I think one thing everyone's afraid of hearing when the tattoo needle is going is, ooh.
Yeah.
Or whoops.
Yeah, the whoopsie is never good.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, that's pretty neat. I didn't realize. Can you make a coffee and make the little flower on top or whatever with the cream? The leaf?
No, I can't. I'm not like a artist barista. I can like just mix it and put it, put milk on top. I can make a great hot chocolate.
Coffee is chocolate's good too.
Yeah, a great hot chocolate.
So what challenges have you faced being a female tattooist?
Yeah, I would say not so much as a challenge, but it definitely like your clientele is definitely more female forward. I would say it kind of not necessarily limits mine. I feel like what limits my stuff as a female tattoo artist is just like my style, Yeah. I don't really have that bold style, and I haven't been doing it for years, so it just doesn't come, people don't come to you like naturally. They don't just like, you don't have like the clientele, it's only people my age, which I think was a really great advantage. Like I have a lot of people who are just freshly 18, or a lot of people for their first tattoos and stuff, which is really nice. So I feel like there's advantages and disadvantages to it, but I got the good.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely one of those things where word of mouth is the biggest thing. So
yeah, especially in a small town, the word of mouth really helps. even like throughout Lincoln County, like just by tattooing people in Newport, they're related to somebody in Lincoln City, or they know somebody from Toledo, or
Yeah.
they bring a friend with them, and it kind of snowballs
Yeah.
out. And I've gotten a lot of clients that way. One kid that graduated, or somebody that graduated and turned 18, like brings their friend, and then they all turn 18, and they're like, oh, I want to go, and
Yeah.
then they can. It's like refer a friend in. So it's really nice to be seeing familiar faces and stuff like that too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. um, when you started out, um, I guess taking clients to do other than the makeup part of it, was there a style you wanted to get into specifically?
I think I definitely lean more towards like fine line tattooing, as compared to like traditional stuff and more bolder tattoos. Just because when I was learning cosmetic tattoos, you start out with really small needles, and so I feel like I had the knowledge about skin and like small needles well enough to like be able to do fine line tattoos
Yeah.
that would heal nicely over time. Um, and so I feel like I lean more towards that, and I feel like that helped a lot. With how I tattoo now. By starting with smaller needles, it gives you a better idea of like how to treat the skin and how to be like more delicate with people's
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah, I would imagine tattooing makeup brings you closer to understanding what people need for recovery.
Yeah, it's. I always tell people now,
Excuse me. Sorry.
like when healing tattoos on their body, I tell people like nothing you wouldn't do to your face. Like don't do it to a fresh tattoo.
Yeah.
People say, how do I heal this? How do I take care of this? I'm like, if you wouldn't do it to your face, then I wouldn't do it to your tattoo. Which when people get their makeup tattooed, like I recommend people don't wear makeup after you get
Yeah.
your eyebrows tattooed, and it's like you wouldn't want to put makeup right over a tattoo. So
Yeah, no.
hmm
No. Hear that? Everyone in the porn industry, no bukkake after fresh tattoos on the face or neck. There you go.
true that. You heard it
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
hmm
I think we're an educational show as well. You know. Anyway.
That's good stuff.
Thank you. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm sure it's the size of this thing.
Yeah, maybe that's why I
After
like it.
an hour, it's pretty crazy, but it's tasty stuff, and
Yeah.
it's a great deal, Mister Nice Guy over here.
hmm
They're pretty nice.
hmm
They've
hmm
gotten. I get to walk in now, and people
They say, hey, what's
recognize you
up?
and say hi. Yeah,
Ah, I love that.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I actually tattooed someone that works at one of the pot shops. Like his wife came in and got tattooed by me, and I didn't know. Like he came with her, and I was like, sometimes I don't know if like people recognize. You don't know if somebody recognizes you back or not.
Yeah,
And like, so I'm talking to him, and I'm like, so what do you do for work? And he's like, you don't recognize me? And I'm like, no, I do recognize you.
you
Like I just
just
didn't know if you recognize me. And he was like, no, I recognize you. And I was like, does that make me a regular? And he was like, yeah. It's like,
yeah,
great, thank you, thank you.
yeah. That's an awkward ice breaking moment,
I'm
huh?
like, yeah, okay, great. Now we can. There's always that weird icebreaker moment,
Yeah.
when you're meeting new
You
clients and
you want to
having
be
stuff.
like
Yeah.
you want to be like
You- But then some people don't get it, and
yeah.
you're like, what do I do? I don't
Then you
know.
look like a
Yeah.
fucking nuts.
And then you look crazy, and then you just like keep saying things over and over, and
Yes.
then they look at you like,
Yeah, you've been there. I've been
yeah,
there. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah.
It's almost every day for me. Excuse me. Sorry. I didn't know whether to laugh or cough or sneeze or fart. I don't know.
All of them.
Do you prefer to do what people bring you, create your own art when somebody says, "Hey, I want this or that"? What's your Take a
Got me.
moment. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. It's again, it's amazing stuff.
It was good. I would say when I first started, I would try and do like a similar to what like people brought me,
Hmm.
just because you just want to satisfy like what they want, and you want to just like make them happy, you know what I mean? But I feel like now that I'm getting into like my second year, um, I kind of have my own style now, and people will bring me ideas, and they'll show pictures and like reference ideas that they have, and they're like, I really like this, but in your style.
Oh,
I don't know.
cool.
I don't know how you'd like specify what my style would be. I don't know
Hmm.
specifics. I mean, I do a lot of fine line stuff and um, mostly black and gray work, but like I'll do some like sort of traditional stuff here and there, some color here and there, but mostly stick to like more fine line and black and gray. And so people will, like come to me and they'll be like, I just really like this, but in your style. And so that's really cool to see like that after a couple years, you kind of have a more like specified style, you know?
You've evolved into something
Mhm.
specific,
Mhm.
and it's great when people notice that and
Yeah.
they want that
Mhm.
specific.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see recently too. Like I have more and more people come from out of town. So I have people come from like this weekend I had some clients come from Portland up in like Tualatin area, and it was really they were like saying how they found me online on Instagram and then didn't realize that it was so far away, and then they were like, but we decided to make the drive because we just really like your style and
Yeah,
stuff. And
that's awesome.
mhm.
There are some great tattooists in Portland.
Mhm.
So to make a trip out here because you like somebody's style,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Sydney
awesome.
Tucker, everyone.
Thank
We'll
you.
get into some
Thank
info
you.
at the end of the show so you can find her as well.
Yep.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Do you do you watch any tattoo shows? Do you see anything like that? Are you into that stuff?
Mm, I don't know if I necessarily watch so many shows about it, but I do watch a lot of stuff online. Like, there's so much stuff on the internet these days, you know,
Yeah.
so many different, like, everybody. I'll tell my clients about stuff, and I'm like, I'm sure you've seen it on Instagram, you know.
Yeah.
I'll explain to people about second skin a lot of the time, and I'll be like, you've seen those videos on Instagram? Like, it'll be kind of like that, you know. So if you can, it's really nice to put an idea to things for people. So,
Yeah. Very good.
mhm.
Um, what about a tattoo convention?
I haven't been to one yet, but my client actually was telling me about one, and she's kind of lives near Roseburg, and they have one going on this next weekend. And she was telling me about how at most conventions now, like they used to be where you just like go and get tattooed, you know, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like walk ups. But now the conventions are so popular that people are booking their conventions, like all day sessions with one client, like years before they actually
Wow.
like are doing the convention.
Yeah.
So there's only usually like 2 or 3 booths who are actually doing walk-ins, and they're slam packed full. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because people are like doing some crazy pieces at those, which is awesome.
It would probably be something too when your tattoo guy is coming close enough to you that you could go get, you know.
Yeah. So a lot of
Yeah, I
people who
understand
live out
that.
of state and then they fly in, they have like a VIP list of clients and stuff who they'll reach out to and be like, I'll be here from this day to this day if you guys want to
Yes.
come in. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Hmm.
Would you ever consider being in a tattoo convention?
Yeah, I think it would be fun.
I'd love to get the casino out here to do something.
I know. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
awesome? Wouldn't that
I think
be?
we should
There
try.
would be so many people would do
Yeah,
that. And there's plenty of people who tattoo. Like Lincoln City, I know has so many shops, and Newport too at this point has so many shops.
yeah, yeah. Let's find out how. Somebody out there who knows, tell us how we can get this going. Maybe
Yeah,
even
someone
a
help us, and we will host.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We will
It'll
host.
it'll be fun.
They got microphones. We'll host it.
ahigherperspective@gmail.com.
Hmm.
Thank you.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, nice. So, are you a sativa or indica kind of person?
I think I'm smoking whatever. I like a mix. I like a mix of both. These packs have been like my fave recently, and they come with a little bit of both, so it's nice. You know, in the
That's
morning,
good.
smoke one of each, couple of each. You
I,
know,
to
do
be
a little
honest,
sativa and a little indica. I can't tell the difference that much anymore.
yeah,
Like the more and more you smoke, the more it is just what it is.
yeah, it is. It is
Hmm.
what it is.
Yeah, it is what it
Uh,
is. We're getting high.
it was like a couple years ago that I even learned the difference of them. Like I had to learn the saying "in the
Yeah.
couch" before I knew what
No,
was
yeah,
what.
for real. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just
When you like you weren't really smoking weed. Oh,
yeah.
I haven't smoked weed for very long. Like I would say I'm like new into smoking, I guess. And people are like first ask you, they're like, you like indica or sativa, and you're like, whatever you
What
have.
was your thing before this? Crack, heroin.
Drinking.
Oh yeah. Okay. Alcohol. Well.
White
Okay.
claws. I would get White Claw wasted.
White Claw
Yeah,
wasted.
White Claw wasted. Not
Uh-huh.
White Girl wasted. It was
No,
White Claw
I
wasted.
was not even gonna say it. But
And then they say ain't no laws when you drinking claws. Have
there
you
you
heard
go.
that one?
No, I've not ever heard that. Ain't no laws when you're drinking
Ain't no
claws.
laws. They like have shirts with that.
That's why all those funny skinny white kids from my old town drink them. Anyway, I digress. So we do a little thing here on the show, and it's called
douche or no douche.
and really you just kind of have to figure out if this person is a douche or not a douche.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, what if I don't know the person? I'm bad at people, so this might be an issue.
I didn't even think of that.
Okay. Well, good thing I came prepared.
Well, I didn't even think about what if you didn't know the person.
What if I don't know the person?
Huh.
Now you're worried to ask.
Now I'm just wondering like if I should ask somebody else. Okay. Huh. You've kind of threw a curveball on me, and I don't know what to do here. Douche or no douche?
Well, I'm sorry about
Do you know
that.
who Henry Rollins is?
No.
Damn it.
Maybe if I saw a picture.
You know who Courtney Love is? The lady who killed Kurt Cobain?
Those two sound familiar.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
douche, no douche. Well,
Sorry.
fuck it.
Fuck it. You can't do that.
Let's douche, no douche. You got anybody?
Like people that I like or don't like?
Oh, just
Should
anybody.
I give you
An
someone?
actor,
I'll
somebody,
give you
sure.
people.
Yeah,
I'll give you
let me
people.
hear one.
Lady Gaga.
In the beginning, I thought she was douchey.
Yeah.
Because of those fucking outfits,
No,
a
for
meat
real.
outfit,
Yeah,
and
for
all
real.
that, blah, blah,
For real,
blah.
for real.
Yeah. But seeing her lately and the stuff she's doing and the way she's talking and coming out, and I enjoyed like seeing all her music and the stuff she's doing lately. So
No, she ate with Bruno Mars.
she what?
She ate with Bruno Mars.
Really?
No, like you don't know what ate means, do you?
No, I don't.
Like they ate, like and left no crumbs. Like they did so good together. You know what I mean? Like they made great songs.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right. Sorry. You need a lighter?
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Got you. They rocked the show.
Yeah, they died with a smile.
Okay. All right. You learned me today. I didn't know that. But thank you. I went and saw Mini Kiss. That rocked the show. Mini Kiss.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Do you know who Kiss is? The band Kiss?
Mm-hmm.
Well, them.
Like I know of
but
them. Like I
they
don't
were
know them.
mini. Like they
oh,
were
yeah. Okay, yeah.
small
Okay,
people.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was
no,
fucking
okay,
amazing.
no, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it was amazing.
When was that?
It was my day before my birthday. February.
It was great.
It was pretty awesome.
Where was that at?
The Pack. Yeah.
It was in town?
Yeah, so it was
Oh.
there, and then
At the back.
and then it was so awesome because the little guy who was Gene Simmons rocking the bass,
Mm-hmm.
his outfit was awesome, and the part that you wear on the bottom half of you
Mm-hmm.
was for the full size, like 6'4" Gene Simmons.
Uh-huh.
So the cod piece went from his belly
Uh-huh.
to almost his knees. It was awesome. Awesome. It was so cool. But the show rocked.
You're
I mean,
like like watching this and you're like, mental pick.
oh no, I took plenty of pictures. I had to. It was so cool. It was the best. It was one of the best birthday things to do. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in with that one.
Now you have to
Now
light
it's
it.
out.
Now
Shit,
you
okay.
have to light
All right. So are there any tattoo artists out there that you follow or in particularly like their style?
I feel like a lot of the people that I follow online and stuff are from like the UK,
Oh,
which is
okay.
so interesting. I feel like I follow a lot of different people. Like whatever pops up on my page, I'll follow anyone, just because I think it's fun to follow all the people. I just like to see people's work and their stuff. There's so many different ways to tattoo, and in different countries and stuff they tattoo differently, of course.
Yeah.
Different states and everything.
There's a guy a guy I really like. His name's Ben Cheese. It's his real name. And he does amazing stuff. And he does like Japanese art as well. Just spot on. It's so good.
There's a couple people I follow that do some funky things. Like there's one guy that I follow and he just gets cheeseburger tattoos. Have you seen that guy? And all he does is he goes to every artist and he gets like different cheeseburger tattoos. It's so cool. But like people are like so fucking smart and creative. Like people come up. It was like a wiener dog, but it was stacked as an American traditional like cheeseburger with layers.
But it was a wiener dog.
But it was a wiener dog.
Okay. So like a,
Or like there was one that was a tiger. You know how that like an American traditional tiger.
yeah.
But it was like cheeseburger inside of it, like not just a black tiger on
So
a
when
tattoo.
you looked at it,
Yeah.
it was head and arms and everything.
No, but its head right here, like the tiger. Imagine the forehead was tan with sesame seeds.
Oh my god! Okay.
And then its tongue was like
That was
sticking
not
out, and it
even
was
what
tomato.
It's not even what I was looking at, but yeah. Okay.
But now you see it.
Now I see it perfectly.
And bacon, burger.
So were the
cheese.
stripes, the burgers in between the buns, kind of?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if that's your thing, burger away. You know. Ah, it's so fucking odd.
But like, that's so cool.
Yeah. Well, you know what's great about it too is, you know, everyone has to say, well, it has to have a meaning. It has to have a meaning. What's it meaning? What's it meaning? You know, you just get off somebody's fucking back. If they like it,
It means
they
you
like
wanted
it.
to.
Yeah, right. You wanted to get it.
Yeah.
You like something, even if it was for a minute, it was your favorite. Doesn't mean it's not your favorite anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can be.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, I was thinking about it, like, a lot of the people who are not necessarily, like, hating on tattoos, like, are the people that don't have any, you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
I was talking with one of my coworkers about, like, everyone who's, like, hates on plastic surgery, like, doesn't have plastic surgery. And everyone who has plastic surgery is like,
yeah,
fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
Why would you not?
Yeah, if you can do it.
Exactly. That's what I say. A lot of my clients, too, are like, I have a lot of younger clients, like 18, obviously. No one under 18. I do not ever tattoo anyone under 18.
And no one under 18 watched this show.
Yeah.
No one under 18 watched this show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
Yep. Go on.
Then, like, I forget where I was going with that. It's gone.
So that is strawberry something or other, 34%. 30.4.
now I'm
I can't
forgetting.
remember now.
31.8. I guarantee. If you look at the bag, it'll say 31.8.
I don't know what I did with the bag.
You threw it.
I did.
I don't know.
Quincy will get it later. Quincy's our intern. Cool dude. Once rode in a surfboard, won the surf championship on a surfboard surfing over a shark. Yep. Fucking guy's fantastic.
It's on video.
I think it is, yeah.
You can see the shark.
Yeah, in the wave. You could see the shark in the wave. It was a great white, too.
Wow.
One of the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Wow.
Caught on camera.
That's why I will never surf.
Yeah. Oh, fuck no. I used to surf in Hawaii when I was a really young kid.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go see my grandparents. And I was 8, 9, 10. Like, I started really young. Didn't do a lot of crazy shit. Just surfed. And we were called in off the beach twice. Once for a baby, like, hammerhead shark. And once for a tiger shark. So the second time, I was like, fuck, I'm never going in the water again.
Yeah. When I used to go to Hawaii and stay with my friends, and they would have those like blow up it's like a mat that they put in the water so that you can like swim out and go sit on the mat, you know? I'm like, why? Like, I just don't understand, you know? I think it's great. I love the beach. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Why do you want to just go sit out in the middle of the ocean on a mat? Like, you guys are jumping, like, you are minnows.
Yeah, no
There
way.
are sharks and you are the minnows.
You're bait.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
You might as well wear a red X. Like,
no, I liked where I was because I could be in the water and I could see forever in a day. I could see forever in a day. So if I can look around and see, hey, something's coming at me and I could do something,
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But no way am I getting in that shit where you can't see.
Yeah, no.
You know?
No. Do people ask you, like, when you tell them that you live on the coast, they're like, oh, do you go to the beach? Do you go in the water?
Yeah.
That's their, like, first response.
Absolutely not.
People, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want an ice bath? Like,
yeah.
Yes. It's a cold plunge, but salty. Like,
it is.
There's no.
It is a salty cold plunge.
Yeah, there's no joy.
I don't.
It's not even sunny afterwards.
I've been here for quite a while. I've only been in the water twice. It was like 89 degrees and 94 degrees outside, which was.
It's like once every 3 years on the coast. You're like, where the fuck did this 90-degree day come from? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one time you think, God, you're living on the coast.
You're like, this is what it's about. You're like, we live here for a reason.
Woo.
You're like, yes. And then the next day it's like pouring down rain. And you're like, oh, sad.
Yeah, an hour later you have to put your parka back on. It's fucked.
I
Yeah.
know I was talking with my friend about winter jackets, and it's like you either need something like so heavy duty, like keep you warm and not get rained on, or like you
Mhm.
don't need anything,
Yeah.
or you can go out in a t-shirt.
Best advice I had was get a jacket that has a hood,
Mhm.
and you can pull the strings and bring it up around your eyes.
Yeah, for real, my jacket like goes like this and it goes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Otherwise, it's horrible.
Blows off in the wind.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's terrible.
And then, yeah, work sucks when you have to work outside. You know.
I can't relate.
I'm sorry.
Can't relate to
No,
working
I'm
outside.
sorry. Yeah, I
Oh.
know. It's
I'm
that's
sorry
good.
for
That's
you.
good.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sorry for you.
that's good. It's good that you can't really. Uh, so, were there any people that mentored you in your transition into
Yeah, I would just say
tattooing people?
yeah, I would say just like my teacher and stuff from school, and like just kind of having like a community of just like family and friends and stuff, not so much like mentor you about like working and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. Um People, I'm surprised to see like a lot of people aren't as like, people are really friendly, um like, hey, that this is great work, you know what I mean, and liking people's stuff on Instagram, but
Yeah.
like I don't feel like it's very common that people talk like a lot, or maybe they're just not talking to me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It
Maybe.
doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I don't know. And so I'm like, I'm trying to make it more like every time that I see people's stuff, like I want to talk to them about it. And I've been talking more with the lady that I do work with. There's another lady who tattoos at my shop, and it's been nice. Like there's always like a kind of a stigma of like having to outdo people, or trying to be one to one with each other. But I'm glad that I work at a shop like where we can just be equal,
Yeah.
and like talk with each other and like share knowledge and stuff. So I've been really lucky to have her there, just to have someone to talk to, about similar work, because I do work out of a hair salon, so it's like
Yeah.
they don't necessarily know really like the day to day of my world, and I don't know theirs, so it's like we don't have that much in common.
Yeah. First time I went there, I did walk back and forth, going, "Fuck, what? Come on."
You're
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
everyone. I like sometimes if my clients get there early and like I forget. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm like, text me when you get here, because unless they
Yeah.
walk into the hair salon on a busy day and they're like, So if I don't, they'll be like, I'm here for Sydney,
Yeah.
and I'm
Knock
like,
3 times on the wall
I
and
know.
turn around. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here, and they're like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. It's a neat little area, I tell you. It's pretty nice, private little spot to do that.
Yeah, I got really lucky. I actually found it. It was one of my friends got her hair done there, by the owner, and so I reached out to her, and I was really lucky. Like she gave me a chance. Usually, it's hard to get a spot too, like right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right out of school, to get a spot, and she was like, she took a chance on me. I'm so grateful for her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome when
Yeah.
people do that.
Yeah.
And it works out. It sucks when people do that for you and it doesn't work out. It's great that it did. It sounded so bad. Yeah. So when people come into your shop, you got a portfolio book. You got the walls catered.
Yeah. Usually people have seen a lot of my stuff, either word of mouth. They've seen somebody who has gotten tattooed by me, and they've seen like work like in real life, or they've seen my Instagram. I popped up online. Surprisingly, TikTok gets a lot more views than Instagram. I like rarely ever post on TikTok. I posted like 2 TikToks, and I got like a surprising, like I got like 400 likes, and I was like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised.
That's cool.
And I got a lot of people that booked too. Like people messaged me. A lot of people from where was it? Like Washington area. Like I popped up on like some people's pages in Washington. People messaged me on TikTok, and they're like, "How far is this from you to me?" And I'm like 4 hours.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I have a lot of people who will make the drive. It's like really awesome to see that people, will come so far, because sometimes when you look at your own stuff all the time, you start to think like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like you beat yourself up and you're like, I need to be like doing more and more
Yeah.
and more and doing like crazier things and this and that, and then you like take a minute to slow down, and it's like I'm so grateful that like people admire my work so much that they're willing to drive, make a 6-hour
Absolutely.
commute to come
Travel.
and stay. Like one of my clients from the weekend, like she drove 4 hours and stayed like the night so that she could come and get tattooed, and like it's just awesome to see that people are willing to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. That was great. Is there a type of a certain type of ink that you prefer to use, or like what kind of equipment
Mm,
are you throwing down?
yeah. I feel like since I'm still, I would consider myself still new to the industry. I haven't tried so many things. Once you kind of start with something, you kind of stick with one brand because it's reliable. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sometimes you don't want to splurge and spend money on stuff and then have it not work out how you thought it would. It
Yeah.
happens. You just eat
Yeah.
costs sometimes. You purpose it differently.
I would imagine if you find something that works, you just don't bother
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes so I've been using like I'll use one kind of ink for like I'll try the whole bottle and if I like it, I'll buy another one of it. Like I'll
Yeah.
continue to purchase it and then I'll just buy another kind in a smaller size so that
Yeah.
I can like try it out. I have a
Yeah.
lot of regular clients and stuff that I tell them I'm like, "Hey, like I guarantee you won't be able to tell a difference. Like it's going to be me who tells the difference, but do you mind if I try a different kind of ink?"
Yeah.
And like some people like sometimes like it's my mom. If I'm tattooing my mom, I'm not even gonna tell her like it's a different
Yeah.
ink. She's not gonna know.
Yeah.
People I forget
She's
sometimes
not
like
going to watch this, is she?
sorry mom.
Ooh.
She's like showing me her tattoo today and she's like, how's it looking? I'm like, great, it looks so good. It looks so good. It does look
But it
gorgeous.
does.
No, but it
But it
does.
does.
But the thing is that
You
it
know,
does.
when
But
you
the
say it
thing
like
is,
that, yeah,
it
but it
does.
does. Good.
Sometimes I do like I look at Ivy's arm sometimes and I like forget that like how cool I am. Like I
Yeah.
forget and then
You
Ivy
forget.
I forget. Ivy texts me and she's like, dude, you're badass. And I'm like, I hear you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, you know what? I love your enthusiasm
And my confidence.
and your confidence.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank you.
is so awesome.
Thank you.
So like take me step by step through your process. I come in
Okay.
for a consultation, done, leave. What's
Okay.
that like?
Okay, yeah. Usually not too often do I do like a full consultation. I'll do a consultation if it's a bigger piece, if
Yeah.
people are getting something that's going to be like 4 or 5 hours. But usually I can communicate enough with people like online, like texting and stuff,
Yeah.
to get an idea of what they want. And then I always book in time to talk more when people come in. So usually I can get a pretty good idea of what people are wanting to have a drawing ready for them when they come
Mhm.
in, and then I'll talk with them. They'll come in. If they're a new client, do paperwork, all that fun stuff. Talk about like healing and stuff on the consent forms, all that jazz. And then we'll talk about design and stuff and show them the design. If they change anything, want anything changed, then we'll change it. And then we'll go into stenciling, talk about
Mhm.
placement, stencil it however many times they want. Usually I'm pretty good about like 1 or 2 times
Yeah.
with the stencil, you know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah.
I've been doing a lot more like freehanding lately, like with like less stencils and more just connecting things by like eye and
Mhm.
stuff, which is actually pretty fun. Like that's what I did with Ivy's and mine. I tattooed myself recently, like a necklace type thing, and it was kind of freehand situation, which was kind of fun.
On your neck?
No,
Oh.
a necklace.
Oh,
A
got you.
tattoo like of a necklace.
Got you.
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
don't think I would
I was
tattoo
all,
my own
ooh,
neck.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I don't think I could tattoo my own neck. I don't think I would trust myself to tattoo my own neck. You know?
you'd be in the mirror,
Yeah,
and
like
then
in
when
the
you come
mirror, but then
across,
it's
it's
like
backwards.
I think I would be for real.
Ooh. Ooh.
That would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
I'm like the stencil's backwards, but it looks straight in the mirror.
Oh.
Ooh, that'd be
Yeah,
bad.
that wouldn't be good. You have to walk
luckily,
around.
yeah, I've been like terrified to misspell something. I haven't misspelled something yet.
No. I know
Knock on wood.
I know a young lady with a tattoo that says no regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
No
Yeah.
regrets.
Yeah, no regrets.
Do you know people that have like an inside their lip tattoo?
No.
I don't either. People, I like haven't really
Isn't
thought
that
about
from
that.
like a Marvel movie? Isn't that like Wakanda or something? What are you talking about?
Like when
The
don't
inside of their
people
lip?
like pull their lip down and it'll like say like something
Ooh.
inside their lip? You've never seen that?
No.
No, like that's
Wouldn't
a
that
for real
hurt?
thing. It's like a Vegas thing. No, like
Wouldn't
it's
that
a for real
hurt
thing.
bad? That would hurt bad,
I've
wouldn't it?
heard that it doesn't hurt that bad.
Really?
I've never done it though, and
I
I
think-
don't think
I
I
think-
would.
That was the worst one I've ever felt. That feeling right there.
And it's not there anymore, barely.
No, faded pretty good.
It's interesting. My client from this weekend, she has a mustache tattoo right there, and hers took just fine.
Yeah.
And I tattooed her finger again, and it was interesting. Like, it's definitely interesting how different people's like skin is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That one.
People probably think I'm geeking when I'm like, "Oh, you have nice skin."
Right.
I'm like wiping their skin, like getting ready to shave their arm, and I'm like, I already know this is gonna be good. I
Yeah.
already know this is
Yeah.
gonna be good.
You're like, I'm not trying to
I'm
make
like
a
the
skin
people on
suit.
the people on Instagram gonna eat this up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
People love the cleaning videos when I'm cleaning my room. Like I post.
Really?
Yeah, that my most liked video is me like restocking my shelves. Mhm.
No kidding.
Mhm. With like a
That's-
3-second clip of the tattoo at the end. Tattoo ate too, so maybe it was that.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
moving
people
on
love
up.
the lifestyle stuff. I think it's really nice to post more of like what I'm doing at work, like so that people can see that before they come in too, you know. Like I post a lot of stuff like about like my setting up process, like
Mhm.
setting up the tray, you know, printing out designs and stuff. And I think it gives people a good idea of like they're not like scared to meet someone, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like to put myself out there and online like and have a good presence so that people know like it's not a scary thing to come and get tattooed, and it's not like a you don't need to be like scared to be like, "Oh, I want to move it," or "Oh, I don't know if I necessarily like it like that." You know, sometimes I feel like there's like a pressure to just say yes and sit down and get tattooed, you know? And I
Yeah.
feel like it's on you forever. Like it doesn't bother me to move it or change it, you know?
Yeah.
That's your choice. If you want it moved, like let's move it, and,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it'd be nice because that's like a first introduction.
Mhm.
So somebody is coming to see you
Mhm.
without never seeing you before.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Even if it's
yeah.
just, even if it's seeing you on a video like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, it makes me more like personable, you know, and
Yeah.
relatable. People can see like I'm human, you
Yeah,
know. I'm not
absolutely.
scary. Mhm.
I think that's awesome.
Mhm.
Um, how do you decide if you're, excuse me, pardon me,
Pardon.
pardon. How do you decide what you're going to tattoo on you when you tattoo on you? Like, what makes you, are you like, hey, you know
I
what?
I was just talking with my mom about this actually because I like never think about my tattoos. Like I got a lot of my tattoos. Like I got my forearm done pretty much when I was like 18, just back to back to back, just
Mm,
because I wanted to. You know what I mean? And now my mom, after I tattooed my last one, she was like, "That was the first one you like actually thought about." It's like a necklace with like a locket, like a heart
mm.
locket, and has my grandma's names in it.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was kind of it's cute,
Yeah, that's
sentimental
cool.
for the grandmas. They're alive still,
Yeah,
staying strong out there.
good.
Yeah,
That's nice to hear.
yeah.
I was hoping we weren't going to hear a sad story.
No, I think though, like with tattooing myself, I think now it's just whether I have like the room now. Like I can't do anything like that. My legs are kind of full in like
Yeah.
the available positions that I can tattoo myself in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that are like fun. Like I don't want to sit down and do a whole setup for like a tattoo that's like a quarter size. You
Holding
know
a
what I mean?
mirror to the side,
Yeah.
trying to.
Like I'm gonna tattoo
No.
my neck on the side. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, no, no. Have a friend do it, and then you just talk them through it. Sorry, no, no,
That would be terrifying.
yeah. That's awesome. Sorry, am I lagging? This is what I do when we're lagging on the weed. When somebody's holding it, and not talking, so I must be. I am so sorry. It's not the first time I've been lagging on it. You know.
You're good.
Okay.
You get stoned and forget,
That's it. I mean, that's the whole basis of the show.
and then you just sit here with it and it goes out. You know.
Yeah, my friend goes, "Hey, this last episode we did we talked about video games."
Mhm.
And he said, "Did you talk about?" And he mentioned the video game. I was like, "Fuck no!" You know, I wanted to. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I tried to remember too.
It's like when you call someone, I'll call people in like the middle of the day, something so important to tell them, so
Yeah.
important, and they don't answer, and they call you back, you know, a couple hours later, and you're like,
Right. Nope.
I don't know.
I since starting the show, I absolutely had to put an app on my phone so I could I can make a message anytime. Like
Note to self.
I'll wake up and write something down. It's crazy. And then and you know, there's a few times there's some good shit out there that I have not written down, and I'm just waiting to remember
No, for real.
because
for
it
real,
was
for real.
yeah, it's saved my life writing that stuff down. Um,
I think that one. Find out.
what is it?
Find out.
It's like I have to smoke it to find out, or it's called find out.
Oh, the other strains fuck around, and that one's find out.
Is it really?
Yeah, so you fuck around and find out.
Well, where is this from?
This is like Yin Yang brand. I don't know what the brand is or whatever it is. I don't know, but I don't have the box.
Got you.
But it's nice. It's 56 joints, and like usually we'll go around to whatever dispo. A lot of different dispos in town have them in Newport, and so we'll go around to whichever one has like pre-roll discounts on
Yeah.
each day, and then like get the like you can get this pack for like $50.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like less than $1 a J.
Yeah, that's amazing right there. And it's nice
I love
because
it.
it's not super monstrous. Like,
No, they're half grams, so
You
it's like
know.
a reasonable. Like it's a quick J. Like you can smoke it fast. You know,
yeah, that's
if
a
you
good
need
one.
to. You just need a quick J.
What do you suggest for care?
I always tell people like who have tattoos and who have a lot of tattoo. It's different if you've never had a tattoo versus
Yeah.
if you've had tattoos before. I tell people who have had tattoos before, like you know your body better than I know your body. You know how to heal your skin better than I do at this point. If it's been working for you, keep doing it. My suggestion, keeping it clean. You know, and hydrated. I like Aquaphor petroleum jelly, anything unscented. You know, nothing that you wouldn't use on your face
Yeah.
or on your baby is what I say. Like I'm like any baby wash is gonna be just fine, especially for
Yeah.
cosmetics. I'm like baby washes, nothing that you wouldn't use on your kids, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be best for it. People who have never had tattoos before, you know, I go over everything beforehand, you know, their allergies and stuff like that. If people don't have allergies, I usually will try Sanoderm with them, which is like that second skin stuff, which works well for majority of people. There's people who
Yeah.
come in and they're like, I don't want it, you know. And then
Yeah.
there's some clients who come in and they're like, I do like it, but I take it off after one day. So I'll tell them, I'm like, how about we try no Sanoderm and see how you like that too? Because
Yeah.
if you're using it for one day, it kind of just is defeating the purpose, you know.
Right.
It's
Right.
meant to stay on
I love
longer
it.
than. Yeah, I really like it too. Ooh, I was telling people that I don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think a leg tattoo is just miserable because you know your leg hair grows back and it goes through
Yeah.
the Sanoderm. Like that is miserable. It's awful. But like Sanoderm on your arm is not too bad, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it gets itchy in the Sanoderm, and I'm like, but that's just a tattoo thing, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it when it all starts to bleed out too, and you got that mosaic for just a little while underneath that
Well,
blister
you
of
get to like see it again.
second
You know, you
skin.
get to like have a fresh tattoo. You like got the tattoo and saw
Yeah.
it day of, and then it's like a hidden present, and then like
It
couple like
is.
4 days later, you're like you take it off, and you're like,
Yep.
okay,
Merry Christmas.
You're like, thank you, it
Yeah.
looks good again, thank
That's
you.
a good way of looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
You win. You paid for one, but you get two.
It's a twofer.
Yeah. What do you Are there any collaborators you work with? Anyone you work with? Another tattoo artist that you do stuff? I don't know. I'm just
No, not at the
spitballing
moment. I
to
don't
see if
think I
you
have.
know.
I mean, I have a couple like friends and stuff, like the lady that I work with, and you know, the lady that taught me, and then just here and there some friends, but nothing that does like the exact same thing that like
Yeah.
I know directly. You know.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Definitely. Okay. That's cool. What do you what is your plan for going down the road in life here? Are you looking to be a tattoo artist forever? If you're good at it, I can't imagine not doing it.
I think it would be so fun to get into all sorts of it. Like if I ever had the like chance to do more education, I mean, I'm young, I still have the chance to do
Yeah.
anything that I wanted to. I would probably get more into aesthetics, you know, get more into like tattoo removals and stuff so that I could offer both sides of it. I've had a lot of people ask me if I would ever get into tattoo
That's
removals and stuff,
genius.
and I think that I would. I think it would be really fun to offer that because I think that, you know, it's the whole cycle.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Until
Well,
somebody comes to me and wants one that I've done removed.
well, what if they're like, "Hey, I need this removed because I want you to do a bigger piece."
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a lot of people I would say on the coast who would like something like that. You
Yeah.
know, there's a lot of people who I feel like a lot of people reach out to me asking about it, and I don't really know. I don't really know too many places. I know there's some in the Valley, in Salem, and Portland that do it, but
I think you should do it. That sounds like a
yeah,
brilliant,
I think it would be
brilliant
fun.
idea.
Yeah.
So we're at a point now where we have a little thing that we fall on called strong words from a bird.
Okay.
And this is a thing that somebody gave us a long time ago, a friend of ours. And it's just a calendar that has a whole bunch of different birds on it and some really great, what we call strong words from those birds.
Okay.
So I think I have no fucking clue what that bird is. I thought maybe a crow, but there's like red on it. Of course, they never say what the bird
Yeah.
is. Do you know birds?
I don't know.
I don't-
I don't know birds
I don't-
that well.
I don't.
I don't think I could tell you that
Yeah,
bird.
I don't know what it is, but it says, if you only knew just how much bullshit I've had to deal with today,
Yeah.
I can only imagine,
hmm
right? It sounds like every person in America right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
Fucking crows. I love crows. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the crows. I have a crow friend at work. He flew down and he was on this big pump cover outside my office there, and so I heard him one day and he's smacking on this thing.
hmm
He's smacking on it and he's smacking. And he's got this big rock in his mouth, and so I took some of the bread off the sandwich I was eating, and I started to walk over there. I was going to throw it over there, and as I walked over, he flew to the top of the building.
That's like the number one rule, because they're not supposed to feed crows.
If you don't want a badass friend for life, you crazy? They're awesome. Crows are like can be like a spirit animal. Have you seen the crow?
And then the next day there's 3, huh?
Right. It starts out with a friendly hello, and then it's a
then there's-
murder.
And then there's 47,000 crows
And then
sitting
it's a
at your
murder.
front door.
Then you're like Willard, that rat guy, but with crows. So I fucking went out there. I put the piece of bread on this thing, and then I tapped the rock on it.
On the bread?
I tapped it on this big container, the
So-
pump cover.
Mm-hmm.
I put the bread down, picked
Mhm.
up the rock he had, and then I
Mhm.
tapped the rock on it.
Mhm.
I showed him the rock, and I went back inside.
Mhm.
And now I can come out and leave him shit, and he'll come and leave me a rock once in a while. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little angels.
Yeah, and then they take over.
I'm getting a feeling you don't like crows.
No, I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's like birds. I don't know. My friend has a peacock, and that thing kind of freaks me out.
You know what
That's a big bird.
you know what you call a female peacock?
No,
A peacunt.
that's terrible.
Hold on. I'm still getting still getting used to this whole thing.
I know. What
So.
else? What are the?
Hey, you ready for this?
Hello, it's me.
I think it's only that long because you'll get sued if you use your song without anything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it came preloaded. I didn't do this. Preloaded. So, yeah. But
Do you smoke a J to the paper?
usually.
I don't.
No?
I don't know. Usually I'm like right about there.
Oh, I don't go in. I mean, a little bit lower and I stop.
That's what I'm saying. I said to the paper. I know people smoke
Yeah.
it to the paper.
No, usually when I get them,
Like I'm
it's inside. Like the paper's on the outside. Well, I don't see that. So I
white?
just smoke. No, it's all one color. It's all the color of the paper, and the paper's like a darker color. I go,
Can't say I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So when I smoke it, it's like the blunt thing at the very end,
Oh.
you know. But you see just the blunt all the way
so
down.
you have to like kind of feel where.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So I have to
oh.
feel it. So that's why I'm
Oh.
like, to there. Well, I don't.
What kind of paper is it?
I-
What you smoking? I'm just kidding.
It's just pre rolls.
Oh.
Medication station.
Hmm.
Yeah, good times.
I got these in the valley.
What valley?
Valley. Yeah,
Nice.
it was in the college town. It was a bunch of the college students. I was like, told my friend, I'm like, we gotta be quick. We gotta go.
Yeah, in and out.
We
Get
can't
it
be
and go.
Peach OG though.
That's wild. Peach
Should've-
OG. Our first episode was a moon rock blunt, and it was a moon rock blunt, and it was like, it said it was like 48%.
Yeah. What are these? What are these?
It doesn't say right in the front.
That one don't. Sonic Punch 40.19.
So this is THC per package. 414.76 milligrams per serving. 829 per package. A serving must be half of a blunt, but it doesn't It doesn't really say.
Can't get this open.
No. Are you trying to open them?
Yeah, I don't think I can get it open. You open it.
Good times. Well, that's one thing they do is really make it kind of hard to get these things apart. It's supposed to be able to twist it.
Yep, and that worked. You got it.
Boom. Came right
You
up.
did it. Can't make
Okay.
another.
So let's do a little fun game.
Okay.
F, marry, kill.
Okay.
So usually fuck, marry, kill people, but we're going to do
Oh,
tattoo styles.
Okay.
We're going to dive deep.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So our F, marry, kill today is hyperrealism, traditional sailor, and tapping. You know,
Oh. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's hard because I'm not like the most familiar with those. You know what I'm saying?
I know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No. Okay.
Know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
know what I'm
Wait.
saying?
Okay. Wait. Tell me him again so I can
Okay.
so I can think on it.
Okay. Hyperrealism,
Okay.
traditional sailor,
Mary.
Yep.
Yeah.
And-
Traditional sailor Mary.
and tapping. So,
Kill the realism one.
okay.
Marry the sailor
Uh-huh.
and fuck the other one. Fuck
Why?
the tapping one.
Why? Let's hear some. I mean,
Marry the sailor one because I do think that those are so cute.
Yeah.
Like I think that the traditional sailor tattoos, like I think it's so cutesy. You know, like when they make traditional tattoos, but then they but it's cutesy.
yeah.
You know, you can see a traditional tattoo and you're like, damn, that's a badass traditional tattoo.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you look one and you're like, damn, that's a badass cutesy traditional tattoo.
Sometimes people, what I don't like is when you go in for that and you see somebody getting a drawing up and it's balloony. That's amazing.
You want to light it?
Okay.
Okay.
And you
Okay,
see it
anyways.
and it's balloony and cartoonish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's always gonna be people who bring you stuff that like, sometimes you just have to tell people straight up like that is Photoshop online.
Yeah.
That's Photoshop. Like that's not realistic, And most of the time people are like, well, how close can it get?
My face is not on fire. Sorry. Is that burning okay? I could have fucked it up. I don't know. I'm sorry. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, that was boy, when you get that
Yeah.
first blast.
That's
So
why I don't like to light it.
I think I would.
Yeah, let's hear yours.
I think I would kill the hyperrealism. I don't think there's enough hyperrealism stuff that I would
That's
want.
what I just.
to
I'm
really get,
agreeing. Yeah,
you know?
like I'm agreeing.
So I'm going to kill hyperrealism.
And like low key the price versus like
Yeah.
the, like what you're getting. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like I think there's other stuff that's just as good. That's just as like fulfilling for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can be wowed without
I
that.
do want to like. I wish I had more knowledge about realism stuff, and I would love to take a realism course one day to be able to know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not loving it because I don't know how to do it.
Hyperrealism though. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah, that's
That's
mega.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I think
That's
it's
a
like,
niche,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Maybe just like I would love to do some realism stuff. Like I like a semi-realistic.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah. So not
Yeah.
quite real,
Yeah, almost.
but not quite.
But not
It's just semi-realistic.
quite. Yeah, not hyper-realistic.
So
Okay. Anyways.
I would marry the traditional sailor and F the tapping because the tapping you're gonna F it once. I wouldn't want to I wouldn't want more than one tapping tattoo because I've heard it's excruciatingly painful. But I do want one.
And it's so hard to
Yeah.
heal.
And
And you have to like hike to get there.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll cry. I'm not above crying.
Do you sit well for tattoos?
I do.
What does that mean? What does that really mean? What does sitting well mean to the clients? What does that mean for the people?
I sit there. When I got the top of my hands done, I sat there, and he did them at a certain length. He's all because it's really, really painful right here. And then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I do like where they sit, because I can get some other shit
Yeah.
put in
The
there.
knuckles is crazy. Have you seen like barbed wire and stuff? People
Oh, yeah.
out. Like,
Mhm.
dude, like I see so many of those things on my page, and it's like blasting the knuckles, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, yeah.
There's pages on Instagram of people who like only tattoo the palms. Like I try to tattoo, like that's excruciating. Like I can't do that to myself. Like I would
Oh.
have to get. I tried and it didn't like obviously
Oh,
stay.
yeah.
I can tattoo, like I tattoo my leg, my shin, like all that, and it's completely fine. Like the
So
palm was unmatched.
you couldn't do that because of the pain?
Like yeah,
Or
like you just stop yourself to a point. You know what I mean? Like you can only cause yourself so much pain.
so doing that, can you imagine when somebody comes in and they're like, I'd like this tattoo?
Well, it's funny because I forget. I think I forget a lot of the pain. I think I forget that people like are in pain when I tattoo them,
Yeah.
and so like sometimes I'll be just like chit chatting, laughing it up by myself, and then people are like, I can feel them holding their breath, and then I'm like telling them,
Yeah.
like a lot of my clients know this. I'm like, I'm like tattooing. I'm like, okay, I'll tell them, I'm like, get ready and like breathe through this. It's gonna be like
Yeah.
a long one.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know. And then some people like sit through it. Like, I don't really think that I have any clients who like, I'm like, ugh, they sit terribly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I adapt to how people sit, you know. I sit differently. If like some of my clients don't want to lay down fully, then I'll adjust to them. Like I think it's important that they're semi comfortable too. Obviously,
Yeah.
getting tattooed, some positions are not going to be that comfortable, you know. But
I would so that being said, right? If somebody comes in and they're like, I want a piece. I want a $3,000 piece. I want this whole thing or whatever.
Mhm.
But it ends up taking $4,000 worth of time because they take a break so often.
Mhm.
Do you change that price at the end? Like after you're like, hey man, just so you know, this took 3 extra days of, like, I'm just wondering,
mm,
you know,
I would say like I don't really mind. Like I don't really ever like I don't really put myself in a situation where like I'm gonna cut it close on time and stuff.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really bother me, and I think that people pay like I really charge people for the time that I am tattooing, not like the whole like consultation and coming in and like just chatting, because I do
Yeah.
like to chat a lot with my clients and talk a lot with them. So I like don't charge for like while we're doing paperwork and if we're
Yeah.
drawing and stuff like that. Like I know a lot of people do drawing fee and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's kind of hard, and I feel like like as like the tattoo artist, I feel like I have to work with clients differently. Like you can't be the same with everyone,
Yeah.
or else it just doesn't work out for you. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's really important to adapt to how people are. You know, there's some clients like that you get along with more and chit chat with more, and then there's other clients who you're just as close with, and you don't chat with them at all. You know,
Yeah.
you just tattoo, and other
Yeah.
clients, you know, you hang out with. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Being able to give people what they want in an environment when they're, well, not only they're getting tattooed, but they're paying for it. So you want them to feel the way they want to feel there. Totally get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Got me.
This is wicked.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's wicked.
I know. We might have to call on some
Sorry.
help from. We might have to phone a friend with this one. We could phone.
Holy
we could,
mackerel.
We might be able to phone a friend right now. Off
That could happen.
yeah, we're phoning a
Quincy,
friend off screen.
Quincy,
Come here,
grab this,
Quincy.
Quincy,
Yeah.
and take it back to
Uh-huh.
the people in back. Thank you.
And also, thank you for everyone for coming tonight and watching
Yeah.
this. Thank you.
Yes.
And
that was
appreciate
fucking
all of
awesome,
you guys.
man.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, for the people. Yes, for the people.
This is awesome.
Quincy.
So somebody comes in, they're like, hey, I've seen your work. I want you to do my next tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it costs.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, okay. And they're like, I want a picture of like a devil's face.
Ooh.
And you're like, devil's face? You could probably do a devil's face.
Okay.
You're like, I want the tongue coming out of the devil's mouth.
Okay.
The tongue coming out.
Okay.
I want it right where my junk is. I want
Okay.
the junk to be the tongue.
No.
Do you tell the person to get the fuck out, or do you say, how much are you willing to spend?
Well, funny story not. I had someone reach out to me like that I went to high school with,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted like things tattooed on his butt cheeks.
Please tell me it was Elmer Fudd pointing a gun to his asshole saying, come out of there, you rascally rabbit.
No.
Oh.
There's not that. But like, long story short, I just, I said everything comes with a price. Like,
Yeah.
of course, everything comes with a price, and
Yeah.
people like. I went to school with you. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna shave your butt to tattoo
Thank you,
it,
Quincy.
Thank you, Quincy.
That's awesome. God damn it,
Uh,
Quincy.
yeah, I don't really. I mean, there's things that I just don't do. Like, I mean, I really
Yeah.
don't. People aren't
If somebody
ballsy
wanted,
enough, really. People don't really come to me for like, I'm just a girl, People don't be doing crazy stuff to me. Like, I'm just a girl
Yeah.
for real. Like, people are nice to me, and I'm nice to people, and like, I like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have crazy people, and I'm not crazy, and then things go well.
I've just seen weird shit at tattoo shops.
Yes, and I think that I love to be at a hair salon. Like, I'm just a girl's girl, and
Yeah.
I'm just at a tattoo shop.
That's
I have
awesome.
a tattoo shop and a hair salon.
Yeah. You're a
There's
tattoo
like,
shop
it
in a
takes
hair
away.
salon.
I tell a
yes.
lot of my clients too, like, it's not as scary to walk into my shop. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It just feels more comfortable, and they say I have a good environment, a good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it does. I'm absolutely sure it helps when you put videos out there and people become familiar with your surroundings and your
Yeah.
environment. So when they walk in, they've already been there.
They've already seen it before.
Yeah.
They know what they're walking into. Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
What advice would you give other aspiring female tattoo artists? So if you're that person and somebody who is tattooing makeup now comes up and says, I'm thinking about moving into the next phase of that.
I would say do it. I would say do it.
Yeah.
And I will be there and give you any advice that I can and help you. I tell a lot of people too. People always ask me. They're like, "What?"
Okay, no, we're gonna do this right now. Okay, wait. So I was thinking I was gonna go and I'm gonna
Okay,
start
well,
tattooing.
why are you thinking of it like that? Like, that's not how it is.
Oh, okay.
That's not how it is.
All right.
That's not how it is.
Well, I mean,
You're thinking of it in a funny way.
Well,
Do it serious. Do it serious.
okay.
Like,
Okay.
mean it. Mean it.
But
Mean
I
like
have to
you're-
make the voice.
Okay, but mean
Okay.
it. Okay.
So hey, I was thinking about taking a step up from tattoo and makeup and really diving in on body art. Say, what kind of advice could you give me on that?
Have you tried tattooing anything on yourself yet?
No.
I would start there. Ouchie, huh?
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't really like tattoos.
What?
No, I don't know. I didn't know where to go there.
I don't know. I think
It's that
that
fucking
I
thing.
I would say tattoo. I mean, first obviously go to school. I mean, I had like if you have the knowledge, I think that tattooing, if you have the knowledge and like if you have a license for it and you went to school and you are like safe and sanitary about it, there's not like a crap ton that you can do
Yeah.
wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have the knowledge and you're sanitary about it, tattooing is, and to each their own art, you know what I mean? However you're going to create art and do art. I think that was something that really helped me that I didn't realize till recently is like my tattoos are whatever I want them to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I spend so long and you see stuff online that you like try and be something that like, oh, I'm just trying to be like this. I'm just trying to be like that. But
Yeah.
the more you just like be what you are and learn like yourself and how you like to do things, like, and that's what my teacher said in school. She said, I'm just giving you a base of information. Like, what you really will learn is when you leave here and like figure it out for yourself.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great advice.
Yeah. And I think it was really like just listen to yourself, and
Yeah.
just improve and just trust yourself too.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we're actually rounded up to the end of the show here, so it's amazing stuff to leave on.
Yeah.
So before we get out of here, why don't you take a couple seconds and let people know how they can get a hold of you?
Okay, here, you can
Okay.
have this then. Let me have a sip of my bed. Then I'll tell the people.
Okay.
Okay. He said he's going to put, I think it's like this.
Do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it more in the middle.
Oh.
So I'm not blocking your head out. Never mind. You. Okay.
Oh, like this.
I'll just put it there. Go ahead.
Like this.
Okay. Go on.
He's gonna put my Instagram is at SidTuckTats. I think that's where that's all my things are at SidTuckTats.
Sid.
SYDTUCKTATTS.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and just message me on there. I think that my phone number is on there as well. You can message me. I have a lot of availability. I have like soon availability. Like I'm not super far booked out. Like I can squeeze people in here and there, which is
Sweet.
nice. If people want to get in quickly and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any shots you can send me that I could put up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'll send you some pictures. And you
they
can
will
put them up.
they will
Yeah.
be up. That's
Yeah,
awesome. Okay,
yeah.
we'll do that. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
on.
of course. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks.
this one's
Thanks for
yours.
smoking.
Yeah, thank you for bringing.
Yeah, of course. Thanks to
We're
the
gonna
people for watching.
we're gonna go out on a high note. All right. Thanks for riding with us. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on there. Slap for that one. Thanks for riding with us. If you had a great time, like, subscribe, share. Tell all your friends about us. Look us up, A Higher Perspective, the podcast. It's all one streaming word. If you have something you want us to talk about or put on, send it to ahigherperspectivethepodcast@gmail.com. Thank you, Sydney, for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for
Thank you,
having me.
Quincy, for passing
Thank
it
you,
around.
Quincy. Thank you.
And remember, you're never too high to give your perspective. All right, everyone. Thank you very much. That's awesome. All right. I just got to let it run for 1 second.
That was epic.